everybody. Hi, Exception.
Hey, hello.
I'm gonna say it like we weren't just talking on Discord during the
Hey, fancy meeting you here on your stream.
Wow, imagine that.
With that.
How did that happen? Gosh, I'm so glad you're here to read 90% of the characters this time.
Yeah, well, I'm in the neighborhood.
While you're in the neighborhood. Oh my god. I'm sorry for the delay, guys. I was eating. I know that I am notorious for not eating before streams, so I promise I'm eating today. It's good too. It's lentils. Which doesn't sound exciting, but they're like curried lentils. They're very good. Yeah, that's the food of the day. So, how's it going, everybody? It is Wednesday. It is Ace Attorney Day. I am Ascella Vivace, magical idol, here to make you smile. I am having a week, but it is improved because my buddy Exception is here. Hi, Exception.
Hey, hello. I'm also having a week, but this is the power of teamwork. We can turn that weak into a strong.
Exactly. Ooh, good one. Good wordplay. What? Did you have that one ready, or was that just like a snappy, like, bam?
That is pure improv.
Dang. This is why we keep you around on this channel.
Yeah, that's why I'm allowed to survive.
Somebody has to be entertaining, and it's not me. Oh my god, that was a good one. I can't beat that. Stream over. Bye, guys. Bye, guys. Stream's over. We've peaked already.
Look, it's fine. It means that we've secured the quality of the stream. Now we can goof off.
Oh, that's true.
We've hit the quota.
We have. Now we can do whatever we want. I'll do funny voices every time Van Zeeks comes on screen. You think I could, like, do you think I could sustain, like, no, actually, I went real hard into making fun of Van Zeeks last week. Like,
you did.
I went real hard. Like, apologies to all the Van Zeeks likers. Where's Risha? Risha, are you here? Are you here yet? Get in the chat. Hold on, I'm gonna go send
Risha's
Risha a
hiding.
message.
Risha's afraid of the reprisal. Risha won't show up to his attorney streams anymore now that you're just hating on Van Zeeks perpetually.
There we go. I sent a DM. Where are you? I'm making fun of your man.
Get in here, defend your man.
Get
I'm
in
not
here.
gonna.
Yeah, none of us. I'm sure someone could defend him.
We need a your man defender on board.
She's probably. Oh, she's on her way. Okay, good. Can't have an Ace
Fantastic.
Attorney stream without Risha at least watching the VOD. What's the. I'm allowed to make fun of Van Zeeks. I have permission!
Yay!
I didn't even have to ask for forgiveness. I got permission. So. Alright, well, to recap, guys, we are in the. Are we in the latter half of this case? Have we hit the halfway point?
I would say so, yeah.
We've hit halfway. I feel like it's a good midway point right now. Like we've reached like the first kind of climax part of the case, so there's got to be another one because that's just kind of how these work.
Yeah, we sort of branched out with all the reality. There's sort of like a two-phase process to these things where we're thrown in there, we have to figure out what the heck is going on and like just sort of fight for survival and defense. But now we're starting to get a better picture of what's going on and we can start like homing in on like fighting evil.
Right. And that's going to be our latter half here, huh?
Yeah, hopefully.
I wonder how many streams it's going to take us to finish this. This is crazy. Like, I'm enjoying it so much. I'm glad we have many more Ace Attorney games in our future.
Yeah.
This is very delightful. And also, I just apparently love Ace Attorney more than I thought I did. So get ready for me to be a menace for the next several decades.
Fantastic.
Yes, but last time, at the end of our journey last time, we convinced the jury more or less to stop saying guilty all the time and to maybe listen to reason. But one of the jurors recognized that the man we were looking for at the end was someone she knew, and this person is the guy that looked like the JoJo's character at the beginning of this case. So
yeah. favorite
Hopefully-
character, Eggert Benedict.
Eggert Benedict, if that is in fact your real name.
Nobody thinks it
It's
is, which
not.
is weird, considering all the other names in this series.
It's his real His real name has got to be like worse. Like, it has to be
Just
a
double
worse
down.
pun.
Just double down.
Yeah, if they don't, I'm quitting. Like, I will lose all faith in Ace Attorney if they give him
What
some
if it's
name
like
like, my name is John
like a-
Smith. Like, what is it?
Maybe that's just a clue that that's an even faker name.
An even faker name. That's
There's
true.
just layers of wrong names we have to get to until we
like
get to
an-
one that's just the right level of ridiculous.
He's like an onion.
It's got layers.
He's a name onion. See, this is why I'm not funny and you are. Anyway. We're back, guys. Trial part 3 is, right? That's where we're at, right?
Yep.
Hold on, I gotta make... Yeah. Trial part 3.
We're there.
This has been a long case, guys, but it's very entertaining, so... I am determined to find Gina innocent. Have the jury find Gina not guilty. Even though
We will fight the jury.
She may have pulled some shit before, but I believe in her now.
That's like double jeopardy at this point. It's fine.
It's pretty bad, yeah. Oh, we're back in the Old Bailey. I'm taking another bite of my food before I have to do my bad Gina accent that I don't even try to do anymore.
I imagine the characters would also be taking this time to get a lunch break. I think I think we've gone for an hour, like recessed for, because we gotta like get the guy. He's at work.
Yeah.
So they gotta like bring a card all the way to the comms station and then be like, "Hey, which one of you is JoJo?" And
Which one of you is JoJo? His name is actually JoJo.
they gotta find him.
If his name
What if it
is
is?
JoJo, I'm literally quitting. Hi, Risha. Hello, welcome. We haven't started making fun of your man fully yet. I was just making fun of me making fun of him. Oh, there she is. All right, are you ready? Are you ready, everybody?
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Progress time.
Let's go. Ah, Gina, how are you holding up? She's not. She doesn't give a flying. Anyway. I'm starting to feel quite warmly towards her frequent cold shoulders now. That's a little weird. Don't do that, Ryunosuke. That's a red flag. Jenny! Iris, you're so cute. I love Iris. I kind of want to cosplay Iris now. I'm not gonna lie.
He's great.
She's so cute. Okay. Let me say, I want to cosplay Iris, but this wig would defeat me, therefore it will never happen. However, she's very cute. Are you all right? Why aren't you saying anything? Girl. What's the point, eh? Why go to all this trouble and fight so hard for the likes of me? My voice is shot. Hold on. Hydrate. Hydrate.
Hydradia.
My goodness. Thank you for the hydrate. How many points do you have at this point?
37,000.
37,000. Oh my god. Delightful. Delightful. What? Well, you saw it. That picture. 11K. Nice, Lark. Nice. Risha, how many do you have? Please enlighten us.
Probably a lot.
Yeah.
More than all of us combined.
Yeah, probably. I have infinite. I win.
You gotta make like a 200,000 cost one that just says, "Hello, I am Risha."
Get made a mod if you have 300,000 points. What picture? 72K. 78.2.
All right, I'm halfway there.
Oh my god. What picture? Ah, you mean this? The photograph taken by Hurley's red-handed recorder. That just scared me. Well, I didn't think it would have captured a scene like this, that's for sure. Maybe JoJo is a master of disguise and that's not really Gina.
I think Gina's confessing to it being Gina, though.
I know. But what if it's not?
Okay, so we've confirmed that Gina is Gina. That's good.
Are we sure? Are we positive about this?
Could be Sholmes.
It could be Sholmes, yeah.
Could be Sholmes.
Could be 3 weasels in a trench coat. You never know. It's hopeless. Anyone who sees that's gonna think I did it, ain't they? Well, I won't pretend it wasn't a bit of a shock when the prosecution first presented it to the court. Don't look at me. Surely you gotta have your doubts about me now. You can't still think I'm innocent. Of course I can. Tsundere.
Howdy.
Tsundere.
Exactly.
Hey Zen, when are we cosplaying Gina and Iris? Just a thought. Just a thought. Ginny, why don't you talk to us? Tell us what really happened that night. Seriously, tell us. For the love of gravy, girl. Eh? Runa's cleverly managed to piece together a lot of new information, but still. We'd really like to hear it from you.
I have this creeping premonition that we're going to need to go into a flashback where Windabank talks, and I've completely forgotten what voice I gave him.
It's kind of like this. I don't know.
Frick.
I don't know. I'm making it up too.
I'm going
All
to
right,
spend
then.
the next few minutes trying to figure something out.
I'll go slow. I'll click slowly. It was after we had that dinner
the
together.
pods.
Go to the VOD. To the
I'm checking the
VOD!
pods. To the pods. I'm going.
To the VODs! I do want you to be the
Broadcast,
blonde
you
again.
all.
Zen is mad because I want them to be the blonde again. I'm sorry, it's not my fault. It just happens. It just happens! Don't get mad at me! I'm sorry. Do you really
Oh,
love
freak,
me?
it's already expired. The most recent one's part 13 when we went out of the dang pawn shop. I'm gonna have to look for a flashback in a different context.
What about, was it in the one that I uploaded and sent to you?
No,
That was too
that one
early?
that was way too early.
Dang it. I'm sorry,
Well,
I can't
gonna
help
wing
you.
it.
You can make it
I'm
up!
gonna wing it. I'll wing it.
San, I love you too, but you gotta be the blonde again. I'm very sorry. Okay. It was after we'd had that dinner together at your place, right, Iris? Then we all had a chat up in your office, didn't we? Yes, I remember. Flashback! Flashback! After that, I just couldn't get to sleep. So I slipped out and went down the street to the 2-to-1. To Windabank's place. I had to know if Iris's story was there or not. The Hound of the Baskervilles. Oh, we slow zoom. I know what it's about or nothing. But if you ask me, there's something in it the Sholmes don't like. Something what he don't want people reading. That's why I lied to Iris about sticking it in lug with Windabank for safekeeping. At least, that's what I thought at the time. So you broke into Windabank's. I had to know if it was there or not. I mean, I had no idea all of that was gonna kick off, did I? I struck the lock and snuck inside. As dark as you like in there. So I gave the oil lamp on the counter a bit of wick. And that's when...
What do you think you're doing?
I nearly died, I did. And the next thing I knew... I grabbed the gun off the counter and was waving it in the air like, I don't know what.
So the girl was in here this afternoon. I didn't think pickpockets went in for armed robbery.
Well, you guessed wrong there, Windabank. I will stop eating my dinner and do my job. The mantle script. Have you got it here? The Shums leave a load of papers with you. A story.
I beg your pardon?
The Hound of the something or other. If it's here, I want to see it.
I'm sorry, young lady. But I'd sooner die than relinquish an article belonging to one of my customers.
I don't want it! What would I do with it anyway? I just want to see it's here, that's all.
Oh, you want to see it, do you?
I want to know if Shums really pawned it here or not. Please, just let me see it and I'll go.
Oh, very well then. For pity's sake, stop waving my gun around, would you?
So then the old cove unlocked the storeroom door and we both went inside. And it was there all right. The mantle script. Shums weren't lying after all. You did all that just to check for me, Ginny? Anyway, then there was a bit of a kick-up out in the main bit of the shop. The Skulkin brothers arriving on the scene, yes. What was that noise? Someone's breaking in!
Dear me, is there some burglars convention here tonight that I don't know about?
A burglars convention.
A burgle party.
What do you wear to a burglars convention? What do you like? Do you
Balaclava?
cos?
I don't know.
I was gonna say, do you cosplay to a burglars convention? Like, I think I forgot to shut the door behind me. Sorry.
Better go and take care of it. Could I possibly have my gun back?
Oh, well, I'll come with you and.
Now don't be foolish, young girl. You must stay right here. Don't leave this room under any circumstances.
And with that, he took the gun out of my hands and walked back into the shop. I hung back in the storeroom, like he said, straining my ears in the dark to hear what was going on. Sounded like they got into a bit of a scrap. Started to think I should help, see? So I was just about to go out the storeroom myself when... Oh, 2 bangs. Okay.
Double bang.
2 bang. Heard a couple of shots go off. 2, I think. Almost at the same time. And then there he was, right at my feet, lying face down on the floor. I was right next to the storeroom door, so I slammed it shut and locked it quick as you like. Because you thought whoever had shot Mr. Windibank might come for you. Yeah, so I went to grab the old cove's gun. Figured I'd put up a fight at least. But when I got a better look at him, I knew. Windibank was a goner.
Darn.
Oh, poor thing. I felt funny in my head all of a sudden, kind of dizzy. And after that, I don't remember nothing. That must be when you passed out, Gina. If I hadn't done what I done, the old cove might still be alive. Did you tell the police everything you just told us? Of course I did, but they didn't believe a word of it, did they? All they said was if I kept telling lies, it'd make things even worse for me. It'll be all right, Ginny. Don't worry. Just stay strong a little longer. Oh, she's got the gun. She's got the gun.
She's got the gun.
Bruno's about to put the real culprit through the mill.
Iris has got the gun.
She's got it. She's ready to go. That cove what was in there in the afternoon. That Eggert Benedict. I still remember how he looked at me like I was nothing. He was there that night. We don't know his real name yet, but I'm convinced that he's involved somehow. Kill him, Gina. Kill him with your bare hands. Go to prison for a real crime. Anyway, thank you for telling us what happened, Gina. I appreciate your honesty. You what? You can leave it all in Runo's capable hands now, Jenny. Mr. Naruto. Yes? How come you trust me? I don't get it. I mean, have you forgotten what happened here before? Come on, it was only 2 months ago. Me and McGilded, we told you a whole pack of lies. And you got the bog trotter off with him, even though he was a killer. Goodness. Goodness gracious.
Mm.
No, I could never forget that. Oh. I did what I thought was best at the time. But the pain of that error of judgment doesn't get any easier to bear. Still, don't forget that I also made you a promise. I told you that I'd be on your side to the bitter end, no matter what. But what if I'm lying? You could be working to get another killer off the hook for all you know. I was once in your position, Gina. I was the accused in a trial. You were. Before I left Japan, I was accused of murder. And strange as it might sound, the circumstances of the crime were pretty damning. I was sure that no one would believe it wasn't me who'd done it. Oh, Runo. But there was one person who stood up for me, who believed in me and was prepared to defend me. I hate you. Don't you do this to me.
One more. One more.
Don't you do this to me. I hate this game. Ah. Kill me. My best friend. There he is, the man ever. Ryunosuke, no one believes in you more than I do. Leave this to me. All you need to do is put your faith in me, and I'll do the rest. I was so happy I cried. But even then, somewhere inside me, I couldn't help thinking, surely he doesn't really believe in me. Not completely. But I was wrong. As soon as my trial began, it was obvious that he had an absolute unwavering belief in me that I definitely did not have in myself. And in turn, I developed an absolute unwavering belief in him. That's gay, sir. I'm fine. Just because they're heterosexual life mates. Like, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Why did he have to die? Okay, anyway, it's fine. Since then, I came to realize, if you want someone to believe in you, you have to believe in the other person first. What are you saying? I promise you, Gina, that no matter what happens, I'll keep believing in you. So you don't need to worry. I won't let you down. Get those tsundere dots in while you still can, Gina. Even though I'm a diver and a no-good liar, you're not like McGilded. I know that. Eh? That's right! You're our friend, Ginny! Iris? We know you better than you think. And we've come to the conclusion that you're someone we can trust. Yes! That's really all we need to know. Exactly! Mr. Naruto, Oh no, don't cry, Gina! Don't cry! Oh,
I'm trying to Gina Lestrade and her legal representative.
And the legal representative's 10-year-old child that he's taking care of while our guardian is in the hospital. Yes, indeed, that's us.
Court proceedings are about to resume. Please head into the courtroom immediately.
Immediately! Get in there.
Immediately.
Right now! Okay. Yes, of course. Thank you. I'd been both a defendant and a defending lawyer in my time. So I knew only too well just how hard it was to put all your faith in another. And I also knew just how hard it was to bear the burden of another putting all their faith in you.
Ooh, man.
This is it, at last. The final chapter. The final battle. Wish me luck, Susato-san. And I hope you're watching over me too, partner. See? See what I mean? Platonic, heterosexual life partners. Right there, except one of them is dead. That's fine. Is he really dead if he lives on in your heart, Ryunosuke? And your armband? That armband talks to him when he's asleep. Sorry.
It's the sword that talks to him.
It is the sword that talks to him. You're so right. I'm so sorry. It's the sword. 100%. Anything's real if you believe. That's correct. I believe that Kazuma is not dead.
He just turned into a sword, and now we're just bringing him around with us.
Oh my god, it's like the opposite of Token Rambu.
Yeah.
In like 100,
but okay.
In like 100 years, he'll be a real guy again. It's fine. It's just a sore boy. I am writing that fanfic after this. Mark my words, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm not that fast of a writer. It wouldn't happen in a time
Get every
fashion,
single
but...
victim in this game and just have them show up in like modern Phoenix Wright times.
Oh my god, please.
Just get like again John Wilson back. We
get everybody back, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh
just
my god.
an object.
Holy cow. Larka, please do. I am so hungry.
Army could use some food.
Feed everyone. The fan fictions. Okay. Here we go. Back to Santa Claus. I hereby call this court to order as we resume the trial of Miss Gina Lestrade. Lord Van Zeeks, have you successfully subpoenaed the witness?
No.
No.
The subpoena was delivered to the communication station where the man works immediately, my lord.
Did he show up? That was not the question.
I'm getting to it.
I don't
However,
care.
the heavy rain has delayed the arrival of his carriage, it would seem.
That's laziness.
I mean, it's true. It was raining earlier. There was a
I
whole
don't-
subplot about the trains being slow.
I don't care. I mean,
I don't think the judge cares either.
yeah, the judge doesn't care, exactly. I'm like, no, get him here. If he has to travel through the telegraph lines, he has to travel through the telegraph lines as an electric signal. Like, let's go. Get him here. I see. Then let us turn our attention to Inspector Gregson's presses of the case heard by the court this morning. The glaring omission of the third bullet in your report is a serious blunder, Inspector.
Yes, I can only apologize, my lord.
And although the defense's chemical analysis of the blood at the scene makes for a compelling argument, I cannot permit such untried methods to be used as evidence in my courtroom. Well, too bad, it's probably gonna happen again. It's a big mistake to cross Hurley and me. A very big mistake. You tell him, Iris.
Threaten the judge.
No! Do threaten the judge! Do! Oh, bailiff!
My lord!
I'm eating one lentil.
My lord! The subpoenaed witness has just arrived in the building.
Good. Thank you, officer. Show him to the stand without delay. Mr. Eggert Benedict, which is still the dumbest name ever.
It's not. It's the dumbest name in this game.
Okay, you've got a point. I didn't expect to be crossing paths with him again so soon. And certainly not like this. Oh god, not all three of them at once. God save us. This entire stand is voiced by exception.
It is.
Thank you for complying with the court subpoena at such a short notice, sir.
Thank me for complying with doing this job. But of course, my lord, as an upstanding member of London society, it is my pleasure to oblige.
Is it?
Probably.
Are we ready for this?
Are we ready?
Hi, Starry Haku! Happy New
Henry!
Year!
We're about to learn Eggert Benedict's name.
Yeah, don't listen, Pinui. Mute the stream and look
Yes.
away. This is a spoiler. I will post a cat pic when we get off of the stream. Where'd my cat go? I can take a picture of her right now. Oh, she knocked things down. That's why she's noisy. Well, cat pic after the stream, just for you, Pinui.
Yay.
Now, kindly state your name and occupation for the record. This is a spoiler, Pinui. I'm gonna click to a spoiler. There you go. Good job.
All right,
Good.
Ascella, get ready. You try and make Ashley Graydon, communications officer.
That was the most boring ass, normal ass white boy name. Like, he sounds like he would be in one of those memes where they have like the baby gender reveal. Like that's the kind of name that is. I can't say anything. Mr. Graydon and I both work at London's Central Communication Station.
Now, perhaps somebody would kindly explain what all this is about.
No.
Well, okay then. You were apprised of the situation by the court officer on your way here, I presume? Yes, I was. Something to do with a murder that took place at a pawnbroker's on Baker Street. And some nonsense about me having been there on the night in question.
Uh-huh.
That is the accusation indeed. This really is beyond a joke, you know.
Is it?
Probably.
Very well. I don't care what you just said. We're moving on. Without further delay, the court will hear your testimony now, Mr. Graydon. You will respond to the accusation made against you under oath. And you will lie through your teeth. Oh,
And
there
you will
it goes.
dance. Gladly, my lord. Gladly.
This is going to be the shortest testimony ever.
Just gonna say, I had nothing to do with it. Walks away.
Witness testimony. Well, I eat my lentils.
Accusation.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally, I have occasion to make use of pawnbroking services from time to time. But are you seriously suggesting I colluded with these thugs to break into the place the night of the murder?
Yes.
I have no intention of admitting to such an outrageous accusation. Even if certain party here is present claim that my blood was found at the scene.
How did you know about that?
Some Scaramouche detective's homebrewed tincture can hardly be taken as serious evidence.
Tincture's a good word.
Tincture is a pretty good word. I'll have to figure out what it means first.
It's like a concoction, like a liquid, like medicine or potion kind of a situation.
Neato.
Yeah. So, you deny the accusation completely, do you?
I must say, I am dismayed.
Are you?
For the highest court of the land to be swayed by this self-professed detective's toy.
I hate this man.
It was the will of the jury, and our great British justice system demands that the jury's will is upheld. I am very angry about it. And I will join you. Then it would seem that we have the misfortune of a most inept assembly of jurors today.
About to find you so guilty, sir.
He's not even on trial. By golly!
He is now.
How long am I expected to be detained here?
Until I am done with the stream, sir. Oh shoot, I'm eating. Hold on. Put the lentils aside if the judge is gonna talk self. If, following the defense's cross-examination, your involvement in this matter has not been established, you will be free to leave immediately. What is the judge having for dinner? Korma curried lentils on rice, and they're very good. It's very grains. I'm eating so many grains right now.
Good. Then I shall be away in time for afternoon tea. Some small consolation, at least.
What? What? Ugh. I hate this man. Let us not hold up Mr. Graydon any longer than necessary, counsel. Proceed with the cross-examination. Kathong. So, we meet again, Mr. Eggert Benedict. Or is it Mr. Graydon? Yeah.
My apologies. You are...
I hate you. Ryunosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer. We have met.
If you say so. Ashley Graydon. Enchanté.
Enchanté. Fuck you. Sorry.
So, we still have problem.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
I trust we can conclude this quickly.
Why does your hair have stripes, too? I hate that. Ugh. But I'm not holding your flashy hat while we do. Kathong.
Atlas.
Do you think he's just easier to animate hatless, or is the hat gonna have something to do with it? I'm very...
I don't know. I think it's just rude to wear a hat indoors.
But the thieves are wearing hats.
Yeah, but they're thieves. They're rude. They're burglars. They don't uphold the society.
They've been burgling.
They've been burgling.
They've been burgling.
I went to the burglar convention.
They did go to the burglar convention! Oh my god, do you think they were guests? I'm sorry, I'm done now. Guy who works for conventions makes convention jokes. Anyway, shall we press this mother on every little last thing he says just to piss him off?
He barely said anything.
I know, he didn't say much. We gotta press. Hold it! Like my hat. Oh, sorry. Yes, we even met in the very pawnbrokery where the crime took place on the afternoon of the day in question. Though, of course, you introduced yourself by a different name at the time. If he is like, I have a twin brother, I am walking away. Oh, he's angry! Woo! Woo, we made him mad! We made him mad. Score. It was Mr. Eggert Benedict, I believe.
Objection!
The witness is here to testify about the events that took place that night.
Van Zeeks!
This is like the most reasonable, real, actual, proper IRL objection type objection I've ever seen.
And I hate
Like,
it.
this is the most mundane norm. You go to a real courtroom, they're objecting over stuff like that.
That's true. Objection, Your Honor. This has no relevance to the case.
They're
Except that it
objecting to
does.
form. I forgot what the other objection is. There's objection to form, and then there's objection to something else.
It's the nuh-uh. Sorry. Nuh-uh, Your Honor. Nuh-uh, Your Honor. Don't shake your head at me!
He is under no obligation to answer such unrelated questions.
Yes, he is. Shut up. You can't be serious.
Thank you, because I certainly do not feel inclined to answer such an inappropriate question.
You! So he's going to be
Renoske
evasive,
out
is
here
he?
trying to violate the Twitch terms of service.
He's trying to dox him. His real name is Eggert Benedict. So he's going to be evasive, is he? In an effort not to give anything away. This could be tricky. Okay, Mr. Dots. Am I gonna have to present evidence at you? You know what? Yes, I am. I am accusing you of that. Have you seen these two men before? Because we didn't tell you anything about them when you came in here or about the trial.
They are dressed for the convention, though. This pair? No, I don't associate with criminals.
Said by a man who introduced himself as Eggert Benedict.
I'd like to know who I have to thank for this. Who made this outlandish accusation against me? The young lawyer there in the black.
Go rat me out, Van Zeeks! Damn. This man.
This is a farce.
You're a farce. You're a parody of a JoJo's character. You're a parody of like 6 JoJo's characters all at once.
Just every single JoJo. Parts 1 through 6. Whose idea was it to permit an outsider to work in a British court anyway?
Oh, the racism jumped out.
It's not like directional racism. This is more like isolationism.
You're xenophobic, sir.
Very true, very true. Well, needless to say,
Needless to say.
Hold it!
Get over yourself. Where were you at around 1 in the morning on the night in question, sir? There we go, a real question.
that is past the hour at which I would normally retire. Certainly, I was not in the company of these rapscallions.
He knows too much. You're able to prove that. Prove it.
Objection!
Ah, you! Shut up!
Listen carefully, my learned Nipponese friend.
We're getting two-sided racism here. We're getting racism from all directions.
For you appear to be under a gross misapprehension on this point.
What do you mean? I hate
The
this
witness
man.
maintains he was not at the scene of the crime. He has no obligation to prove his absence. If your accusation is that the witness was present at the scene,
Prove it.
The obligation lies with you to prove your assertion.
I hate this man. I like his eyebrows. His eyebrows are pretty good, but like...
He's also providing us good prosecutorial advice. Like, if you're building a case against someone, you got to be proving stuff.
I guess.
You can't just walk up to them and be like, "Hey, were you not here?" And
This
they're like,
dude
"Yes."
just made nuh-uh his defense on the stand.
You will
Like-
fulfill that obligation before putting any more unreasonable questions to the witness.
Hate you. Oh my god, quit it. Quit it. Stop
Did you
it.
hear that? The prosecutor said, "Nuh-uh."
Hey, a silent victory wiggle. Thanks. So we can't present the blood evidence, but I'm gonna present it anyway. It's fine. What if I just present it anyway? I hate you.
Hold it!
Blood was found at the scene of the crime. There's no question of that. Mr. Sholmes' chemical analysis has positively identified the substance as such.
Identified as blood? But I'm not the only human to have blood running through my veins, am I? What if he was?
Ew.
How can you be sure that the blood is mine? It could equally be the blood of one of these two miscreants.
Miscreants is a good word. Every individual's blood has a slightly different composition, it seems. Mr. Sholmes' chemical is able to differentiate it.
Spare me the science lesson.
No! No!
He comes to a stream that I happen to be on and doesn't want the science lessons.
We haven't had a science lesson in a while. We need to prepare one for the
Ah,
outbreaks.
you're right. You're right.
You have like 7 minutes
Okay.
while you're reading to come up with a science
Oh,
lesson. So
really?
good luck.
Who is this Sholmes character anyway?
Oh, I hate you so much. Oh, I assumed all Londoners would know the name. He's a renowned detective.
So even you are unable to bring yourself to say great detective.
Van Zeeks, drink your wine, be a little lush over there, and shut up. Not the stick, not the cane.
A great detective, you say? Now we're in the realm of fairy tales, are we?
Aha! We pissed someone off.
Ooh.
We've pissed someone off. Let's go.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Do you have something to say about that, Mr. Skulkin?
What, me?
Not you. Other one. No, the Mr. Skulkin next to you.
Right, I've had it up to here with this. How many times have I got to tell you?
They're very bad at this. Yes, I know, you're not big bruv sulky. Mr. Nash Skulkin.
Oh, God, let me go. Like you once.
Is it not the case that when Mr. Graydon just spoke, a thought went through your mind when you are normally no thoughts, head empty? Would you care to share that thought with the court?
Me thoughts? I don't have none of them. That must have been him. You what?
Mr. Nash Skulkin, answer the question, please. What went through your mind when Mr. Graydon just spoke?
Nothing, honest God, nothing. I was just thinking,
Were you?
if he waves his arm around like that much more, it'll open up the wound again, that's all.
Heh heh. 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 What wound? Haha! I wrote this.
Well, he took the bullet, of course. It was only 2 days ago. It ain't gonna be healed up yet.
Thank you for being here, Nash Skulkin. Thank you for your service, you freaking dumbass. But thanks anyway.
I was, well, you know, I was worrying for him, and... Oh, well, Spells.
Shouldn't have said that.
Shouldn't have said it.
Mr. Graydon, did you hear that?
Oh, we're going into puzzle music here.
Are you
What?
holding your arm? Are you holding your arm, sir? Are you injured? Your comrade is worried about you, it seems.
Mm-hmm.
On account of your injured arm.
My lord.
Yes, Mr. Graydon?
I have no idea what these two wretches are talking about.
You're holding your arm.
It's heavy. Oh, look, I'm experiencing Echoes Act 3 right now. It does have, like, hero vibes.
He does.
Certainly I shouldn't be expected to answer anything in relation to their mindless insinuations.
We know that someone other than the victim was hit by a bullet at the scene of the crime 2 nights ago. And from the height of the bullet hole in the wall, that person was likely hit in the upper arm or thereabouts. Perhaps you'd allow a court official to examine your arm, sir. The left arm that you're currently clasping with your right hand, as if in pain. Objection. Objection. Objection.
No. I refuse.
Oh, spicy. Okay. Ding.
You have shown no evidence whatsoever that links me to these common thieves. Accordingly, I am not obliged to permit any such invasion of my privacy.
It's back to holding his arm again.
As I've already said, I'm completely uninvolved in all this. I've never had anything to do with the pawnbroker where this fellow was killed whatsoever.
That's a lie.
I take offense at the insinuation that I was in any way involved.
You claim to have had nothing whatsoever to do with Mr. Windibank's pawnbrokery.
I'm offended that you have to ask that question.
My lord, the defense would like that last statement to be added to Mr. Graydon's formal testimony.
Ooh.
Spicy. Very well, counsel. Clack.
Very-tastic.
Continue with your testimony, Mr. Graydon. Yeah, get over yourself. And we're gonna press it too, because you suck.
The bottom line is I've never had anything to do with the pawnbrokering establishment where the man was killed.
Hold it!
Never had anything to do with it. You forget that I was there, Mr. Graydon, on the very afternoon of the incident.
Obviously, I am not a complete stranger to the pawnbrokers.
Except that you just said you were, but okay.
I'm currently on the lookout for an armchair to furnish my study.
Objection!
Objection.
Out here buying a yacht.
No, you were there to redeem an article.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Hey, guess what? Gregson, you wanna
Excuse me!
chime in? Buddy? Do you have something to add, Inspector? This is making me very aggressive.
Come again, sunshine.
I think we're about to get ads, so I'll just let him eat.
Yeah, he's gonna have a snack, you're gonna have a snack. We're
I'm
all
gonna have a snack. I am gonna have some lentils.
Yeah.
They're delicious. They're not hot anymore, but they're tasty. It's fine. I could run over to the microwave if I wanted to. Thank you for the snack redeem.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so in like a desperate attempt to find a science lesson that's like reasonably like related to what's going on, I just went to the Wikipedia article for blood tests, but it's actually very long and convoluted, so I don't think that'll work. Instead, I'm gonna talk about the fast-growing hierarchy. One of my favorite YouTube playlists ever is a very informal, slightly messy mathematics lesson on ridiculously huge numbers. I'm pretty sure that's the name of the playlist itself. And what it's about is, I mean, it's basically just the pursuit of finding ways to represent large numbers for the fun of it. And it is fascinating. I use it to fall asleep at night sometimes.
Wait, how is it making you fall asleep if it's fascinating?
It's fascinating, but like it's math. It's relaxing. Also, I've seen it multiple times, so it's not like I am unfamiliar with the stuff. Every time I run through it, I get a little bit farther before I start glazing over and not understanding what's going on. But like, I'm getting there. And the idea is that you have, I mean, there's plenty of things. The main star of the show is the fast-growing hierarchy, which is this collection of functions that you put in a number, you kids out a number, but it's constructed in a way that you can keep, like the family of functions gets bigger and it's made out of previous functions, so they like compound in speed really fast. So like the first function in the family is just put in a number, get the number plus 1.
Get a number, okay.
Then, and this is where it gets funky, the second function is you put in a number, you put that same number into the previous function that many times. So if it's, let's say function 0 is the plus 1. Then function 1, you put in like a 3. It is function 0 of function 0 of function 0 of 3, which would be 6.
Okay.
So in practice, it's doubling the number.
Okay.
So function 0 is plus 1, function 1 is times 2. Function 2 is approximately 2 to the power, or like 2 to the power of the number. And it keeps going, and it starts going really, really fast. That even if you're just putting in like the number 3, at like 5 or 6 number functions down, you are not writing that number. It is too big. And so you start having to do like shadow ways of evaluating it. You need to look at how big the expansion of the functions applied to functions is, and you keep going. But eventually you realize that like you're not getting too much power here. Because like it's almost like, oh well, function 5 million is obviously going to be more powerful than function 12 or something.
Right.
And it also feels like cheating. It's like this isn't like a function 5 million. This is a function that has like a power level number and then the number you're putting in. It's almost like two variables. One variable is the number and the other variable is the strength.
Right.
That's cheating. You want to make a smaller number. So you have to learn how to turn the family of functions into a single function. And then you start getting to the diagonal functions. I've run out of time. The ad has ended, but
You did, but
the
you
idea
good.
is that like diagonal function 3 means to apply function 3 to the number 3. And then diagonal plus 1 function of 3 is you apply the diagonal function 3 times to the number 3. So the first time it would be diagonal function 3, or function 3 to 3, then you get that answer, and then that's the number in the next diagonal.
I think
Keeps
the
going.
best part of this is that Gregson has been eating infinite fish. While
Yeah,
you've been
he's got,
discussing
like-
this. He has
He's
fractal
using
fish.
the function.
Yeah.
He's using the function to get more fish.
He is using the function.
It's the
diagonal
fast-growing fish.
function. There's 1 gajillion fish in that cone.
Yeah.
But you can't tell that there's 1 gajillion fish because it's written as a function.
Yeah.
We've just solved the mystery. We're really good at this. Anyway, would you like to?
Yeah.
Bring us back around?
Let's bring us back in. Come again, sunshine.
You had a thought in your head there, Gregson. You were there too, in fact, weren't you, Inspector? That afternoon. The fishgen. The fishgen.
Well, yes, I do remember meeting yourself at the pawnbrokers that afternoon. You, your young Japanese assistant, and the accused were all present, as I recall.
And at that time, this witness, Mr. Graydon, was trying to acquire a particular article.
Well now.
Gregson? The truth, sir.
I'm afraid I don't remember too clearly.
I hate you. What? But you must.
I'm not gonna lie and pretend I remember something that I don't.
What's going on here? Gregsy showed us a picture before, didn't he? You know, from the cameras that Hurley installed in Windibanks. Yes, of course. Indeed, and the gentleman pictured bears a striking resemblance to the witness, I must say. Exactly, which proves that Mr. Graydon was in the shop on the afternoon in question. Get mad.
At no point have I denied that fact.
You literally denied ever going there! You literally said in your testimony that you'd never been there! But okay. Sure. Sure. Why not?
I merely entered the shop to peruse the articles on sale and have a word with the broker. Nothing more.
Liar. Liar. Gregson!
Using that math.
This makes no sense. I understand why Mr. Graydon might be trying to cover his tracks. But why would Gregson be trying to avoid giving testimony about what happened?
Weird.
Guess someone here is important and influential. That's what I've decided. That's all he's going to say on the matter, is it? What if we go back to Gregson and go to the court record and present the disc? That's my thought process. What do you think, Bruno? I think he has no intention of telling us anything. He's well aware that the less he says, the less chance he has of giving himself away. The complete opposite of Hurley, then. He seems to think that the more he says, the better. Burn from a small child. Well, at least I managed to prise a little more information from these witnesses' lips. All thanks to the Skulkin brothers. Yes, they were the key to it after all. So he says he had nothing to do with Windibanks. Well, we know that's not true. Perhaps now would be a good time to have a proper look through the court record. Good idea. You never know what tiny scrap of information could become a valuable weapon. Alright. To the court record. Let us peruse. Okay. Where's my rotate? Rotate, rotate, thank you. Cat on the back. Don't think we've already been through this, but there's that. There's the one from the coat with the cat on the back. Alright, we're getting the same. Can we...
I think we did that already.
We did, right? Okay.
Yeah, that was Mason thrice fired's blood
Right.
from the omnibus shenanigan.
So the story
What's
made...
the
Yes.
At some point, we're going to have to present something. At some point, we're going to have to pick a statement. Maybe the statement's easier to narrow down right now.
Well, I
Because,
just...
I don't think we're objecting to him going to the pawnbroking services.
No, I just want to look at everything for a minute.
Oh, okay.
Because I think the music box disc and presenting that to Gregson might be the answer.
I don't think we can present it to Gregson because Gregson hasn't said anything in testimony. But we can present it to him being like, you telling me I'm real? And we'll go, yeah, real annoying.
Did we press on this one?
Yeah.
Did we?
I think so. Like, that was
I
the
think
one.
We skipped that one and went straight from this one to the next one.
No, because when we did number 4, that was when Nash was like, man,
yeah, it's like
you're
you
existing.
got hurt. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So should we present the disc here? I think it's the disc.
I think so. I think it's this. You think it's the disc. Let's put 2 and 2 together and call him a fool.
Objection!
Objection!
You're a fool!
Ahem! Here we go. Have you ever seen this disc before, Mr. Graydon?
Why? Is it supposed to mean something?
This disc was, until the day of his murder, in pawn at Mr. Windibank's shop. It was redeemed by the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, that afternoon. However, somebody mysteriously appeared to try to take it from her.
Spooky.
And that somebody was you, of course. Wasn't it, Mr. Graydon? Woo, we got the music. That's good, right? He says no.
As I have reiterated numerous times now, you are mistaken. That was not me. I've never seen that disc before in my life.
It may have escaped your notice, but there is a small smear of blood on the disc. Ah, yes. Resulting from an abrasion of the thumb, perhaps.
Very wise, Judge.
That's right. The surface of the disc is covered in hundreds of tiny metal bumps. In the skirmish to acquire the disc, the thumb of the person who tried to take it suffered minor lacerations. So, while the disc bears the remnants of that skirmish in the form of this smear of blood, the thumb of the person in question must bear the remnants also, in the form of a scratch. Good gracious, indeed it must. He's not going to show us. Mr. Graydon, you refused to allow a court officer to examine your arm before. Are you now going to refuse to allow us to examine your thumb? Because I have no doubt that it bears a small scratch consistent with the smear of blood on this disc. Oh.
He's not happy about this.
He's not happy with
Well. It would seem I underestimated you.
this. What does that mean? What? What is the meaning of this? So you admit it now? You admit you have a scratch on your thumb from when you attempted to take the disc from the defendant. That's red gloves.
He's holding his hand behind his back.
Order! Well, Mr. Graydon?
It would appear there has been something of a misunderstanding here. I did not attempt to take the disc, as you put it. No, quite the reverse.
What are you trying to say?
It's really quite simple, you see. The disc was mine from the outset. Is there some crime in taking an item that you own out of pawn?
No, but there is a crime in you saying lots of lies here. What?
It would seem, Mr. Graydon, that in this piece of evidence, my learned friend has established a link between yourself and the incident. Accordingly, you will tell the court everything you know about this disc now.
All right, Van Zeeks, you get 1 point.
As you wish. Though I'm quite sure it has nothing whatsoever to do with the pawnbroker's murder.
Witness testimony. The disc. Okay.
There's a note on the disc saying for McGilded, but the item belongs to me. The redemption ticket was stolen from me by the accused, that filthy gutterling, on the day in question. I proceeded at once to the shop in order to explain my situation and redeem my article. In the end, of course, the disc was taken by the police. In other words, I had absolutely no reason to break into the shop later that same night. Huh.
Okay. Did I hear you correctly, sir? McGilded, you say? The famous London philanthropist? Oh, this is about to get bad. Oh, this is about to get bad. Oh, no. Oh, this is about to get so bad.
Ooh.
Who perished in this very courtroom 2 months ago after being acquitted of a distinctly messy murder.
We're getting the "this is about to get bad" music.
Yeah.
Yes, my lord. The one and the same.
Good lord, Mr. Graydon. Are you saying that Mr. McGilded and yourself were acquainted?
You happen to know somebody who is very rich? Yes, that's correct.
Well, I certainly didn't expect to hear that name uttered here in my courtroom again. According to what Gina told us, this disc was placed in pawn on that fateful night 2 months ago. McGilded himself gave instructions to deposit it at Windibanks. It's funny that Mr. Graydon here is claiming the disc belongs to him then, isn't it? In all likelihood, he's lying. So he appeared that afternoon at Windibanks in order to get his hand on McGilded's disc for some reason. Counsel, you will commence your cross-examination, please. Cross-examination. All right. The disc. We press! I mean, we could present the redemption ticket right now and just avoid pressing, but...
Hold it!
We press. We press. Would you care to explain how this belongs to you?
As you will observe, a communications officer such as myself commands a fine salary.
Okay.
I am very rich.
You are certainly exquisitely dressed, sir. That's a pointless comment.
So you see, I have little need to make use of the services provided by the pawnbrokery trade. However, I did once find myself in difficulties, having misplaced my purse while on an errand. Which is why I pawned my fine black overcoat to the broker in question.
You claim that was your overcoat.
Obviously, and in my haste I clean forgot that the music box disc was in its pocket. And yet there is a note on it that reads, "For McGilded." I'm a collector of rare and unusual music box music. I first met Mr. McGilded at a gentleman's club in the city and was interested to discover that he shared my penchant in that area.
So, the disc in question.
It's a pre-production sample. I promised to let Mr. McGilded hear it.
This is so much lies.
But then you forgot that it was in the pocket of the overcoat you were forced to pawn. Yes, exactly.
Gina didn't mention any of that in her testimony 2 months ago, did she? No, because McGilda had threatened her to keep her mouth shut. Which means that if we dig too deeply here, it's going to expose Gina's perjury. Exactly what I was worried about.
Ooh.
Oh dear, this is complicated, isn't it? Let's leave it alone for the time being. I guess we still press. Oh god, this is terrible. Everything's horrible.
Hold it!
Okay, so you're saying that Miss Lestrade lifted the ticket from your pocket or bag?
That's right. Despite being mindful of danger when walking in the insalubrious areas are kind frequent.
Objection!
I paused there because I wasn't actually certain I got that correct, but I was
You were
correct, so
right.
yay.
Yeah. Miss Lestrade did no such thing.
Well, of course you would take that stance, but the girl's a regular offender.
You came to the pawnbrokery that day, prepared with all the information you needed to identify the defendant. You were looking for her. That's what brought you to Windibanks. To get your hands on Mr. McGilded's disc.
Objection!
My learned friend is a veritable font of nonsense.
Nonsense?
Nonsense.
Nonsense. I concur with the prosecution! God damn. Counsel, you will refrain from conjecturing in this way. Is that clear? Yes, my lord.
And I will continue with my testimony for what possible use it can be.
Hold it!
Had you ever been to Windibanks before?
Only once, for the purpose of Only once, for the purposes of pawning something. But, like many, I enjoy browsing in such establishments. So when you noticed that the pickpocket had taken your ticket, you chased after her. Is that correct?
Objection, leading question.
Yes, that's right. I didn't notice at first, of course. Such is the art of the pick purse. But when I did, I headed to the pawnbroker at once, in order to reclaim my coat before the thief could. I was merely trying to recover what was rightfully mine in the first place.
Ugh. He can say what he likes because he knows we have no evidence to contradict him on this.
Darn.
Hold it!
Completely separate to what's going on here, I've just been tragically informed that I am missing out in some chess match between Quint and Lark.
They're
And
playing chess?
They're playing chess without me!
Without you! Do you need to go? Do you need to go watch the chess?
No, I just need to complain in a public gallery.
Okay. I'll be like, we need a
I just
5-minute
need
recess.
wine.
We need a 5-minute recess for you to get to watch this chess match.
And I need a 5-minute recess to be pouty.
To be pouty. Objection, Your Honor, I'm pouting. The prosecution rests. Oh my goodness. All right,
we
here we
can
go.
continue though.
Here we go. Ah, yes, it was taken by Inspector Gregson here, wasn't it?
That's right. This was the very man.
Yeah, you denied it earlier, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's right. It's me, Inspector Gregson, best character on this stand. Apparently, the police are collecting anything that has a connection to Mr. McGilded as evidence.
Excuse me.
something wrong, Inspector?
Well, what do you mean?
Speak! The last remark Mr. Graydon made in his testimony seemed to trouble you in some way.
No, it didn't. It's nothing. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone, you say? What if I decide not to? What if I decide to be a problem on purpose? Let me ask you this, Inspector. Why is Scotland Yard gathering Mr. McGilded's possessions? Oh no, don't ask this.
I can't tell you something like that, Sunshine.
Yeah, you can.
What is it, Inspector? Investigative secrets?
Maybe.
Yes, exactly. You should know all about that.
Oh, I see.
Magnus McGilded, who died so unexpectedly after his trial 2 months ago.
I still think Van Zieks did it. I
So
literally
unexpectedly.
just
Nobody could have possibly predicted this happened nor planned it.
just shock of shocks.
No
Whatever
one is
could have
more
happened.
shocked about his murder than I am.
Uh-huh. Sure, they're not.
I imagine just in like the background, you're drawing a little picture of Van Zieks getting run over by like a carriage or something. Just-
He also got set on fire.
A man renowned through the capital for his great contributions to public life, yet he had a dark side too.
Uh-oh. Yunosuke, don't.
Where are you going with this, Van Zieks?
Uh-oh.
I suppose the police are dealing with the aftermath of his nefarious activities, are they?
Nefarious, you say?
That's enough! Coppers like me have duties to carry out that we're not at liberty to talk about. That's all you need to know. Duties conferred by Lord Strongheart, I presume.
Oh, no.
The Lord Chief Justice appears to have great faith in you, Inspector.
Oh, no. Oh, noes.
The bottom line is, if you want to get more out of me,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna need Lord Strongheart's paw print first.
I see.
I figured out what I want to talk about next ad break.
Fingerprinting? What's all this about? We're halfway to the ad break. You got this. It's like there's something going on between...
Something's going on.
There's something going
There's
on
something
between
going
Gregson and Lord
on.
Van Zieks.
On is going on.
The fan fiction writes itself. Okay. I can't stop laughing long enough to read this line properly. Hold on. Okay. Woo. It looks like there's something going on between Gregson and Lord Van Zieks here. The phrasing! Game phrasing. Well, it would appear that the inspector has revealed all he is at liberty to reveal. Mr. Graydon, let us return to your testimony. I'm peacing out to go grab Strongheart and bring him in here and get some explanations.
You can't be bringing in dude chivalrous.
Can if I wanna.
Gladly, my lord.
Hate this man. It's a friggin' nuisance. Press. Oh, God. But perhaps you'd seen something of value amongst the forfeited items.
No, not at all.
Not at all, you say. Oh. Valuer.
A value. Okay, I overthought that word.
did
Real
overthink that word.
bad. Real bad. A valuer was brought in by the police to assess everything in the shop. Without exception, every article on the shelves was common or garden bric-a-brac.
In that case, it's clear that you broke into the shop later that day in order to recover Mr. McGilded's disc.
Have you not been listening, man?
Apparently it was in the custody of the police.
Even if I had wanted to recover the disc,
We're not good at this.
I would have robbed the police, not the pawnbroker.
Yeah.
You may recall that it had been seized by the police that afternoon. It was no more in the shop that night than I. As I keep saying, I simply had no reason to break in.
So there was nothing of McGilded's left in the shop that night. Nothing this man might have been after. I wonder if that's really true. Was it the
I also wonder.
manuscript? What does
I
the
don't think that
manuscript
belong-
have to do with all of this? I want to know. Bruno, if you have some evidence, then let him have it. I'm dying to see that irritatingly assured expression of his crumble. Me too, Iris. Me
Like
too.
baloney.
It would be... this one.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the coat. That's the one that already got taken. The box, however, is a mystery.
Oh, you're right. That's smart. I didn't think about that. What is the box?
What is the box? Maybe he stole it. Maybe he burgled it.
Burgled one small box. All right. Okay.
Kind of
McGilded
burgling
slipped
operation.
the disc into his coat pocket and had it deposited at Windibanks. Then, when he realized he was going to be arrested on suspicion of the omnibus murder, he threatened Gina and forced her to take the redemption ticket. There's no doubt about it. That witness is lying through his pearly white teeth. The police were obviously after anything left behind by McGilded as well.
And he's so rich, he has a dental plan in the 1900s.
You're right.
1900-3, and he's got like good teeth.
190-3. You're cracking me up. Holy crap. I'm losing it. That's why Inspector Gregson ended up taking the disc into custody that day. But Gregsy's being very strange about all this. There must be a reason for that, I'm sure. I just don't know what it is. For now, I need to focus on exposing the fact that Mr. Graydon is lying in his testimony.
Being some kind of lying person.
Yeah, let's present it. See what happens. Why not? Okay, here we go. This disc was deposited at Windibanks on Magnus McGilded's instructions. You knew that, and you went there with the intention of obtaining it for yourself.
Objection!
Smack that desk, sir.
Conjecture again. And in any case, the disc was taken into custody by the police that afternoon. The witness had no reason to visit the pawnbrokery again that night.
Objection!
Objection!
Finally, a counter-objection to his nonsense.
Sorry, my learned friend, but that's not true. Somebody screen cap this moment. I wish I knew how to screen cap in Steam. I don't know how. But
Yeah,
if
don't
I
worry.
did, I would screen cap this moment.
Don't worry, I've
Face.
got the power of print screen.
The power of print screen, thank you.
Yeah, just Hold on for a second. I gotta make sure that the overlay is not in the way.
You're good.
There we go. Verify that this is good.
Beep, beep, beep. Love it, love it, love it, love it.
Excellent.
I'm gonna go look.
Putting that in the scrapbook.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, new reaction image just dropped. Wait, who made a clip of the prosecution saying nuh-uh again? Risha?
Wait, what?
Risha. Is this the old prosecution saying nuh-uh clip? I just saw it in my server. Thank you for the clip, Risha. All right.
Yeah, I don't see a new one. I think we're good.
Okay. Ah, here we go.
Oh wait, no, frick, there is a new one.
Yeah,
What?
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 Mr. McGilded had another article in Pawn at Windibanks, as this second pawnbroker's ticket proves.
Ah,
Ooh. You know what's... Okay, here's my... Can I put the tinfoil hat on for a second?
go ahead.
He has the same eyes as Strongheart.
Okay, let me know when the tinfoil hat is off.
The tinfoil hat is off.
Okay. Racism?
No, he has the same color eyes as Strongheart. What is... No! Okay, let me tell you a story about how we pissed off an entire franchise once.
What?
So, not me necessarily, but the fandom. So in Hypnosis Mike, they dropped a character who was not a main character. It was like a villain character, like an antagonist. And immediately everyone went, wow, she has exactly the same eyes as this other character. I bet they're related. And then like 2 years later, it came out in canon that they were related, because that was obviously the intention all along. But like, we think they made us wait longer for the actual official reveal because we all said it immediately when it happened.
They were like uncomfortable with how obvious it was.
They were like, it was too obvious. Yeah. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. Well, anyway, that's my tinfoil hat. It's back off now. There were 2 articles belonging to Mr. McGilded and Windibank's pawnbrokery. I'm sorry. And the reason you broke into the shop that night was to recover the second one. Together with your 2 accomplices, the Skulkin brothers. Oh, shit.
Ah!
This is the second ticket, is it?
What have the man deposited?
Oh, objection! Why do you care? Objection to you giving a fuck. Sorry.
I care a lot about the objects of people I have totally not murdered.
Totally not murdered. Absolutely not.
Totally not murdered.
Absolutely not murdered. Ever. This man has never... I can't talk. This man has never committed a murder in his life. There we go. No, I said it properly.
And all like 20-ish defendants that got off scot-free against them are all totally alive right now.
Yeah, they're totally
It's
alive.
It's just, you know, you haven't heard from Natsume in a while, but that's just because he's not here. It's not because he's dead.
Here. He's fine.
He's fine, probably.
Probably. It's likely.
Yeah.
I mean, like, what are the odds? What are the odds? Let's be real, what are the odds?
What if every single victim in this case has secretly been a murder victim of Van Zeek's, who was formerly a defendant?
Oh my god, that would be hysterical, actually.
Like Wilson was on crime at some point for malpractice or whatever. He's like a doctor of medicine or something, and then he gets murdered later.
Please, that's delightful.
The victim from case 3, the girl, had like a misdemeanor, and she had to appear in court for like to pay a fine or whatever.
Oh my god.
You know, she didn't do a major crime, so she wasn't murdered. She was simply stabbed.
Only stabbed a little bit.
Only stabbed a little bit.
In the back, a little bit.
McGilded obviously was murdered for being
a
gilded.
murderer.
Yep.
I'll give him the McGilded. I'll give him McGilded, honestly. I'll give him that one. He can
that
have
one was
that
helpful. He can have that one.
That one was justice. A little stabbing, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Little bit. Man, can you imagine, like, being Van Zeeks and just being like, I am so important that I can murder everyone I disagree with. We're next. As a treat. A little stabbing is a treat. You're so right. We're next, guys. That's all I gotta say is we're next. It's unfortunate, but we're next. Any last words?
Sequel doesn't even have Renosuke in it. It's just like we pass the torch on to Susato or something.
Oh my god, please, I'd die. Please, I would lose it. Good grief. Okay.
It's just a never-ending chain of inheriting the will of the last defense attorney who got murdered by Van Zeeks.
By Van Zeeks. The great ace attorney, the greater ace attorney, the greatest ace attorney. Sorry, I'm done now. The article description reads, one small box. A rather vague description, it seems to me.
Are you suggesting that I broke into the pawnbroker with these clowns in order to steal some trinket box?
I mean, yes.
Welcome to the circus, buddy.
Clowns. That's where he belongs, because he's a clown.
Honk, honk.
I believe... Okay. All right.
That one got you.
That one got me. I can't even take this game seriously today. What is wrong with me? I'm taking it too seriously, and it makes me come all the way back around to not taking it seriously at all. I have come full circle. God. Okay, anyway. Yeah. I believe there are adequate grounds to suspect that you did.
This is absurd.
So is your hair. What do you want from me?
Why on earth would I do such a thing?
Because you're petty. Continue.
Once the article had been forfeited, I could simply walk into the shop and purchase it.
Aha!
I'm rich, by the way.
Important.
There would be absolutely no need for me to resort to theft.
That's a good point.
I don't agree with the guy we're trying to beat up.
Indeed. The witness makes a solid argument. So that means that for some reason, this Graydon fellow needed the small box that very night, does it?
Objection!
Objection, okay.
It's time to put an end to this nonsense, my lord.
Nonsense! I'm fine. Could you?
Hey, hold on.
This is how I feel every time this man speaks.
Hold on.
Are you screenshotting this one too?
Yeah, I am.
Awesome. Perfect.
Putting that in the scrapbook. We may proceed.
Okay. Could you be a little less cryptic, Lord Van Zeeks?
I do hate to ruin my learned friend's argument, but the truth is quite incontrovertible.
Is it? Is it?
Probably.
Probably.
On the night in question, no small box was taken from Windibank's pawnbrokery.
Was it not? Because it was locked in the back room?
Rest assured, the prosecution can prove it.
Oh, okay, sure.
Man, he's about to do his job?
Right? That'll never happen again.
Wild.
What? Good gracious!
Inspector, show the photographic prints to the court, if you please. Yes, sir.
What? Prince? The
You know,
Prince of Tennis?
the prince. Yeah.
The Prince of Tennis? I'm sorry, I'm done now.
These prints were taken from one of the detective security cameras.
Okay. Ah, Hurley's red-handed recorders again!
As previously As previously explained, using this plan of the shop layout. The victim's establishment was furnished with automatic cameras in 2 locations. One was set to capture the counter where Mr. Windibank received his customers. And the other was set up to capture the shelves on which articles were placed for sale once forfeited. According to the information on this ticket, the gilded small box had been forfeited already. 2 days before the incident, at 9 p.m. on 13th of April, to be precise. Which means it would have been on the shelves of the forfeited items in the shop front. Now, what I have here is a print taken by one of the cameras about 2 hours before the incident. That's at 11 p.m. on 15th April.
Uh-oh, we're gonna have to do the stereoscope again. The victim certainly had a very full shop, it would appear.
And then here we have another print.
I hate this. I'm gonna have to cross my eyes again.
This one was taken about 2 hours after the incident.
I see. So we have 2 pictures to compare. Though I must say that placing them side by side leaves me cold. I'm gonna look. I'm gonna cross my eyes. Here we go. Oh, I can't do it.
I personally, yeah.
Maybe I have to take
Look,
my
well-
glasses off. Hold on. No, we're solving this mystery right now.
Okay. All right.
I'm working on it. No, I can't do it. Can't do it today.
Okay.
The game better tell me. Dear me. Thanks, Judge. That's starting to make my head ache.
Obviously, at Scotland Yard, we considered theft as one possible motive in this case. We explored the possibility that something had been taken in addition to the victim's life.
So your men have already compared these 2 prints thoroughly, Inspector. What year is it again?
Yes, sir. 1897 or so. I'm
Alright,
guessing.
so
It's
there's your
1890
answer.
something.
We're Victorian up in here.
Yeah. We got every single item in each of these 2 photographic prints. And the yard's conclusion is that exactly the same number are present in both.
That doesn't mean everything.
In other words, nothing was taken from the pawnbrokery on the night in question.
It's something that was in the box.
And that, my learned friend, is my kick serve. Your assertion is nothing more than a hopeful fantasy.
I
have
don't.
been served.
I don't believe it. If I could have just shown that he'd stolen McGilded's paw and box. You're gonna hurt yourself dancing like that. I might have been able to break him down at last. You know what, Runo? I've been thinking. I wonder if these two photographs really are exactly the same. What? You say? So, counsel, in light of the evidence put forward by the prosecution, what is your position? It seems that, in fact, on the night in question, nothing was stolen from the victim's establishment. Do you accept the prosecution's assertion? No, I think it was something that was inside the box. That's what I think. I don't know. Could there be some hidden discrepancy in these two photographic prints somewhere?
Okay, so you've already alluded to what needs to happen here. We're going back to stereoscopic shenaniganery.
Yes, we are.
And that's fine. So I don't feel bad about stating what I'm about to say now.
Okay.
Aside from there's no discrepancy option, which we're obviously not going with.
Right.
The other two are a matter of an accessibility feature. Either you can successfully look at the two prints and figure out what's stereoscopically wrong with it, or you can't. And the game will accommodate both possibilities. Now, you looked at it, you couldn't figure it out, so we can go the accessibility route.
Which is to use the stereoscope that they have in evidence? Okay.
That, like, fold-out convenience.
Yes. Okay. Let's do that, then. Let's do that.
Because, like, I certainly can't stereoscope the situation. I've tried. I can't do it. You tried that last time and picked the completely wrong thing.
Before I give my answer, my lord, I'd like to try something, if I may. Try something? What do you mean, counsel? I'll need to use a certain piece of evidence from the court record to identify the discrepancy. Get over yourself, Fanzeeks. I'm not entirely sure I follow. Which piece of evidence do you intend to use to help you identify a discrepancy between the two prints? This bad boy.
Take that!
I'd like to use this device, my lord. To view the two prints stereoscopically.
Ooh!
Juror number 3 is all about this.
Yes, you've got the bug at last. You can't resist, can you? You've got the cross-eyed compulsion.
Juror number 3. What a surprise. Come on, Runo. Let's put the pictures in place and see what this wonderful contraption shows us. Let's go. There we go. Now look through the eyepiece.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you, game. I appreciate your help. Small box. Is it moved? I wasn't sure at first, but there is a clear discrepancy between these two prints.
What? What? What?
What you say? You must identify the location in question for the court, counsel.
For great justice.
Indicate the precise location of the discrepancy of which you speak. There we go. Please.
Take that!
Okay. Granted, these two prints are almost identical. However, there is one minor discrepancy between them.
What?
Wat. Oh, the box is moved. Now I see it really obviously.
Yeah, now that you know what to look for.
Yeah. When you view the two pictures stereoscopically, ding, a single area stands out as being different. The location of this small box. Oh.
Let me wait. Unbelievable.
He looks silly.
He does.
Not the zoom out while he still has it up to his face. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now the judge is cross-eyed. Jeez. By Jove, you're right. How extraordinary. Everyone should just talk cross-eyed for the rest of this segment. What this tells us is very simple. Mr. McGilded's small box was indeed not... Oh, incoming ad break. Okay. Was indeed not stolen from Windibanks on the night in question. However, there can be no doubt that somebody picked up this particular box and then returned it to its place on the shelves. Are you suggesting that the small box originally deposited by Mr. McGilded is in fact... Yes! The very same small box I just identified in those photographic prints.
Objection!
Yeah, okay, sure.
Mindless guesswork. What if it was?
What if it wasn't?
So a box was moved on the shelf. Nothing was stolen.
This man is angry.
Which means quite simply that nothing has changed.
It's a box, dumbass. I don't know how to tell you this.
Almost
Sorry.
like a box is some kind of container within which other objects can be stored.
Not a container!
Whoa! Man, this is why Soldier from TF2 was so freaked out about that bucket.
That may be true, but... Alright, McGilded's box wasn't stolen then. But doesn't the fact that it was moved like that change things? It changes everything! I believe this changes everything about the case. About the case?
How can this possibly be?
Well, about that. The crucial point is the fact that what was moved was a small box. In other words, we have to consider what might have been inside that box. There we go. There we go.
What are you suggesting?
Well... Well... I'm suggesting that we need to examine that box as soon as possible. A vital piece of evidence is sitting on the shelves at Windibanks as we speak.
Objection!
Don't object.
That won't be necessary.
Why not?
Some little box belonging to a man who died 2 months ago can't possibly be relevant to this trial.
I don't like this.
Him?
No, I don't like that the further we go down this rabbit hole, the closer we get to talking about the perjury. And we probably shouldn't. But we have to. I mean, it's just how it has to be, you know? God. Okay, here we go. The court does not uphold your objection, Lord Van Zeeks. Yes!
Oh!
Ooh, just this once, baby. Just this once. Bailiff, Arrange for an officer to go to Baker Street at once. Obtain the small box in question and bring it back here for further examination. I hope it has blood on it. Truly. Oh, he's mad! Kitty's mad. Poor kitty. Not you. Don't like you.
I mean, he's also mad.
Yeah, he can stay mad. He can die mad. Especially if he committed a crime and Van Zeeks has anything to do with it. Oh! Sorry. We should have a report within half an hour.
Mad within 0.
I think... Oh, we are in an ad. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I was busy.
Okay, so,
Yes.
we've gotten this brought up by Gregson about how he's like hiding. He's a little iffy. He's a little hesitant to talk about stuff here, and he brings up Dude Chivalrous, our good old buddy. And I just want to take the time to sort of. I have opinions about Dude Chivalrous and his like character.
Okay.
Because he isn't really a character.
Yeah.
He's more so just like an embodied personification of the like presence of Britain and its judicial process and force and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's interesting. Because this whole game is like a nested layer of perception on things. And like on the broadest stroke, at the very beginning of the game, we were in Japan. We had a Japan judge, a Japan court. And the entire conversation was embroiled in like the geopolitics of the time. Japan was like, oh, we gotta wrap up this case quickly. How dare you accuse an English woman of doing a crime? Britain's gonna hate us, and we don't want Britain to hate us. We're trying to make allies because that one dude on the boat from America came a few decades ago and scared us out of our isolationist policy. And at that point, it like Renosuke was being himself accused of a crime and stuff, but he wasn't even like a character himself yet. He was just some guy embroiled in this quagmire. But then he became a character. He got interests and resolve and focus and stuff. And then it was his turn to be in Britain and go face to face with, like, he became this essence of Japan's foray into the outside world. And we got Dude Chivalrous standing there as like the thing imposing. So we have this like parallel between Britain's imposing presence on Japan and Strongheart's imposing presence in front of Renosuke.
Right.
And even now, in the final case of the game, we are seeing that like British government interest machinations in the background influencing what we're trying to get away with in this story of individuals actually going through things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really neat. I like it. It's neat.
It's a good parallel. It's an interesting parallel. I think like his oh, the ad's over. I guess I don't have thoughts anymore.
You can have a thought if you want.
No, I have no thoughts. Head empty.
Okay.
No thoughts. Head empty. Bye-bye.
I think perhaps we should recess for a short while.
I think perhaps we should recess for a short while until the evidence is brought forth. This is the worst timing ever, game.
To be hoodwinked by such a farce. Disappointing.
Get over yourself. Get over yourself, my dude. I beg your pardon, Lord Van Zeeks.
This is nothing but a smokescreen. A Nipponese specialty, would seem.
My
Is
dude.
he talking about the black egg?
He is being so racist right now.
Who told him about the black egg?
What are you trying to say?
My learned friend has persisted with the same line of reasoning from the very beginning.
Because it's the truth!
That this witness's intent was to steal an article belonging from Mr. McGilded from the pawnbrokery. Yet common sense tells us that none of the articles have value enough to be worth stealing in the first place. Plus, he's rich. He can probably buy the store.
I guess.
Exactly. It would be beyond absurd to break into a place for the purpose of stealing such commonplace property.
Oh, there he goes with his wine. There him go with him wine.
If your lordship recalls, Mr. McGilded perished 2 months ago, immediately after the conclusion of his trial.
Gee, I wonder how that happened. Any thoughts on how that may have happened, Mr. Van Zeeks? Do you have any particular, I don't know, evidence that could point to your involvement in? Okay.
Not particularly. A trial in which he was found not guilty.
Hate this man.
A trial in which it was established he was the upstanding member of society his reputation implied, in fact. So I propose a toast to my learned friend and his most insightful defense.
Hate this man.
The articles this upstanding member of society pawned were entirely ordinary. A black overcoat that just happened to have a music box disc in one of the pockets, and a small box. I assure you, I wouldn't accept even if the man tried to make a gift of such things to me.
This is some contradictory statement, but okay.
Oh, that does make sense.
It's not as if it was gold or jewels, is it? Goodness knows Mr. McGilda was rich enough.
But you can't deposit cash at a pawnbroker.
The prosecution's argument is undeniably compelling, is it?
It is incumbent on the defense now to bolster its argument. To explain what possible significance these commonplace articles owned by this fine citizen could have.
Well, counsel, is your argument in fact demonstrable? Oh, God. Are you able to show proof that the disc or the box are in any tangible way related to this case? Well, oh, that doesn't bode well, does it? That can't be good. Oh God, what stupid thing are we gonna say now? Hold on. What's the matter, Runo? We know that they're related, don't we? They're both vital pieces of evidence. Yes, of course. You and I both know that. We know McGilden's true character, and we know the disc is significant even if we don't know why. But if we explain all that to the court at this point, we'll have to acknowledge that McGilden's acquittal 2 months ago was a mistake. That the defense's argument was flawed, based on false information. Oh no! And that would mean admitting that Gina committed perjury. But Ginny... Could it be that Van Zeeks knows? Is that why he's doing this now? Because he anticipated everything? I don't think he's that smart. But maybe... this could be a great opportunity for us. Sorry, what do you mean, Iris? Well, what is it that you always say, Bruno? Sooner or later, the truth comes out. Every time. Alright, the exact significance of the things that McGilda deposited with Mr. Windibank is something that only Gina can explain to the court. But if I put her on the stand to testify about that, it could critically damage our chances of winning this case. What's the right thing to do here? Oh, no! Don't ask me this!
You're being asked
No! Oh, God! The game is making me make an actual choice! Oh, no! Oh, God. Okay, I don't know what to do here. See, okay. Let's talk it through.
Cool.
I've wanted her to testify all along. And I know that it could hurt our chances, but like also she's the only one that knows what really happened that night, other than the guys on the stand that are lying to us right now. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So how damaging, question mark? Like, I just don't know. I just don't know. What do you think?
I think this dilemma is exactly what Van Zieks wanted out of us in his, like, I don't know if it's hatred, but like, I've got you now.
Yeah.
Because if we pursue this, we are admitting that McGilded got off scot-free, and he's gonna be like, I knew what you were,
He didn't
scumbag.
get off scot-free. He did get burned up in a carriage. So
Yeah, and look who had to do that to him. But if we back off, then that means that we are going to lose the case because we can't have Gina testify and reveal the truth of what happened. So I think this boils down to a question of, do we want to lose this case, or do we want to retroactively lose case 3?
I mean, retroactively.
I care a lot more about saving Gina than I do
Yeah, I was
saving
gonna
McGilded.
say, like, retroactively losing case 3 just means that it damages our credibility.
And Gina's to an extent.
And Gina's, yeah, like, our collective.
But like, she's already a pickpocket.
I guess we go for it, you know?
The truth comes out eventually.
That's what we just said. And that's what Iris just told us that we just said. So, let's have Gina testify. Oh, God. The pause. My lord, the defense would like to make a proposal. Oh, what proposal, counsel? While the court awaits the arrival of Mr. McGilded's small box, I would like to call the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade, to the witness stand. The defendant? To what end? It's to do with the various articles deposited at Windibanks by Mr. McGilded, my lord. Miss Lestrade has information relating to them. I believe it would be beneficial for the court to hear what she has to say. It will prove the significance of the articles in question once and for all.
Oh well. Things are becoming interesting.
You know what's interesting? Your obsession with everything weird, Van Zieks.
I presume you've considered the implications of the testimony you're proposing.
Yes, we just talked about this.
In particular, the impact it will have on the accused standing, and indeed your own.
Cry more, dude. Cry more. I have. Lord Van Zieks, would you care to explain that last remark? No, he's gonna let it stand for itself.
The prosecution accepts the defense's proposal. I move to interrupt the cross-examination of the current witness and hear from the accused herself.
Okie dokie. Very well, if you have no objection. Move my mouse out of the way again. So, the court will now hear the testimony of the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade. You witnesses currently in the stand may step down until further notice. You're not wearing your hat, stupid.
Then I shall bid you good day.
No, you shall not. You shall stick around, motherfucker. Hate this man. Oh!
Wait.
Yeah!
You, sir, shall remain in the stand while Miss Lestrade testifies.
Oh,
As you wish.
no. No, boy. No, boy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. All right then, Gina. It's time.
It's time.
I know this will be hard, but please put your faith in me here. Good luck, Bruno. There she is. There she is, guys.
She's here. Finally a witness I don't have to voice.
Wow, my throat hurts.
You...
Hold on, let me hydrate for a second. I am,
Yeah, you
my
might need it.
throat hurts. Yeah, I'm gonna need it for real. Let's put the water back over here and set it to the side.
At least Eggert's still on the stand. He might say some things.
He might exclamation mark us out of necessity. You think we'll get him?
I hope so.
I think we'll get him. I think we can get him. I think if we don't get him, we lose the game, so...
Yeah, it's a good point.
Okay. The articles that Mr. McGildred had deposited in Windibank's pawnbrokery are intimately related with the omnibus case, the trial of which was heard in this courtroom 2 months ago. Yes, and I remember this young lady being brought before me in that trial as well. That's right, my lord. Her testimony helped to establish the innocence of the defendant, Mr. McGildred. Gina! Sorry.
The omnibus case was intriguing, to say the least. And now, here we all are again. The same players in that trial, facing each other once more.
I hate this man.
15 love. A twist of fate, perhaps, my Nipponese friend.
Okay, my dude. Here we go. Clear the air! Allow me to recap the events of 2 months ago. An old brickmaker was stabbed to death in an omnibus running along London's winter streets. Apart from the victim, there was only one other person in the carriage, Mr. McGildred. Naturally, he was the prime suspect for the murder. But as the trial progressed, another possibility emerged. That the murder, in fact, took place above the defendant's head, on the roof deck, with the body then being dropped through the skylight into the carriage below. It was Miss Lestrade whose testimony brought that possibility to light. At the time of the incident, Miss Lestrade was concealed under a seat in the carriage, hoping to pick the pockets of unsuspecting passengers. Then, immediately after the trial, having been acquitted of the murder, Mr. McGildred died in this very courtroom, in the most extraordinary of circumstances, You know what? Hold on. If in fact, we could take Van Zeeks down with us, this is actually a great option.
Ooh.
If we can figure out how to take Van Zeeks down with us, this is an excellent option. So, all right, okay.
A mystery that remains unsolved even now, 2 months on.
Is it unsolved? Is it?
It better be.
Hate this man.
As indeed does the omnibus motor itself.
Be that as it may, I recall neither the disc nor this small box being mentioned in the course of those proceedings. Miss Lestrade. Oh, dots. Sip. Okay. Would you tell the court now, please? What really happened in the omnibus 2 months ago, I mean? I don't know what you mean. I already said all what I know. And what about everything you told us yesterday from inside your prison cell? Please, Miss Lestrade, this is extremely important. But...
Remember, little girl.
Don't say little girl like that, you frickin' weirdo.
If it transpires that you willfully withheld information in the trial 2 months ago, the Home Office will seek to prosecute you for perjury. And naturally, you will lose all credibility as a witness. Although, let's face facts, you have little credibility to lose.
Sorry. If Van Zeeks has no haters, I am dead, okay? Jenny, don't listen to him! Please, you have to trust Runo now! Iris? We're on your side! Alright then. I'll talk. It's the right choice, Gina.
It would seem that my learned friend is hell-bent on bringing the entire courtroom down about his ears. So be it.
Hate this man. Friggin' hate this man. I must confess that I'm struggling to understand what on earth is happening here.
Judge is bad at context clues.
However, it would appear that Mr. McGilden's Pond articles and that extraordinary case of the omnibus harbor secrets of which we have been hitherto unaware. So, Miss Lestrade, you will now give your testimony before the court about the events of 2 months ago. You will reveal the truth, a commodity sorely lacking in your original statements. Okay? This is it then. Everything's going to come out. Like Van Zeek said. This could bring the whole courtroom down about my ears. But as a lawyer, I'm prepared to take that risk. Oh shit, here we go. I'm not ready for this. Hold on. Let me get a cough drop. Let me get a throat drop here. Let me try to do this as quietly as possible. It's not being quiet at all. Cool. In the dead silence of the game having no music. I love this for me. Wow. I hope you guys enjoy cough drop noises. Yeah. Woo! Cough drops. The real truth. There we go. Got it. Throat rot. Let's go. Protect no voice. Truth is that Brickmaker Cove was in the cabin of the omnibus the whole time. When the Irishman dragged me out from under the seat, I saw that disc on the floor. All of a sudden, I heard a scream from over me head, and the pair on roof deck went off to call the slops. That's when McGilden slipped the driver some tin to do a run to the pawn shop roundabout. He threatened me not to snitch, not to say nothing to no one about what I'd seen or heard. Good grief, this is outrageous, is it? What you've just told the court bears almost no resemblance to your testimony 2 months ago.
You say, my lord.
Then there's every chance. I may have adjudicated an error in Mr. McGilden's trial. It sounds very much to me as if the man deliberately deceived this court in an effort to cover up the most wicked of schemes.
Without doubt, your lordship is correct. A great injustice was done in this courtroom 2 months ago. The actions of the accused in that trial, of this witness, and of my learned friend are entirely inexcusable. I don't believe it. The whole trial was a farce. It was all lies. The McGilden fellow was run to the court just like that pickpocket. Don't forget the lawyer from the east. They were all in on it together.
You're wrong! The Laudia! Mr. Naruto, the lawyer there, he didn't know nothing about it.
Bother.
I don't think so. Are we really expected to believe that? He really stitched everyone up, didn't he? What an operation to get the man off scot-free. Unforgivable. Stop. The lies have to stop. Stop. Yes, the defense made a terrible error of judgment. I intend to take full responsibility and suffer whatever consequences are deemed appropriate. However,
Oof.
it's imperative that the court allows the witness to elaborate on her testimony. Because the true significance of McGilden's Pond articles must be brought to light.
Very well, my learned student friend. He changed it.
He did change
Learned
it.
student friend. Not Nipponese. We're a student now.
Hate this man.
Given the depths of calamity you have just plunged yourself into, this may well be worth hearing. Pretty calamitous.
Yeah. Words fail me, and yet I'm still speaking. This situation is utterly deplorable. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes, my lord.
Even the head doctor's against us. This is upsetting.
I will decide upon your fate following the conclusion of this trial.
Oh, and this is why the game ends here.
Of course, my lord. Blimey, Mr. Naruhodo. Now, counsel, proceed with the cross-examination. Ow.
Are you in pain?
I just need to pop my neck real bad.
Oh, okay.
And it doesn't want to pop. It hurts. Okay, I'm fine. Ow. Ow. Okay. The real truth of the omnibus case. Truth is, blah, blah, blah. Press. Let's go. Let's just press. Let's just destroy our case one thing at a time. Cool.
Hold it!
And you were hiding in the cabin at the time as well, weren't you, Miss Lestrade? If I remember rightly, in the storage compartment underneath one of the seats. Yeah, that's right. It's pitch black under there, so you can't see nothing at all. Now, in your testimony 2 months ago, I feel certain that you claimed Mr. McGilded was the sole passenger, did you not?
False testimony, my lord.
That's what he told me I had to say. But it's important that you tell us the truth now. Were Mr. McGilded and the victim acquaintances? I don't know. But I did hear him talking a lot. What were they talking about? Well, I couldn't hear too well, but if I had to say, I think it was about money or something. They kept talking about buying and not buying. Perhaps business dealings of some kind. Well, anyway, they got louder and louder. Started to sound like a proper fight. I was pretty scared by then. I hardly dared to breathe. And then, all of a sudden, I heard a noise like someone keeling over on the floor. It was bloomin' loud and all. And I believe you let out an involuntary scream. Yeah, that's what gave me away.
Hold it!
The disc. Was the disc you saw this disc? Yeah, I reckon it probably was. It was right next to the cove line on the floor. Could this disc have belonged to the victim, perhaps? I don't know, but McGilded picked it up pretty smartish. And then he sat the cove with the knife in his belly up on the seat. What did he say to you at that time? He told me not to say a word about what I'd seen or heard to no one. About the disc and all. I was dead scared. The way he was looking at me, I thought, if I didn't go along with it, I'd get stuck with that knife too. Then he started asking me a load of questions. Like what my name was and where I lived and that. He asked me about being a diver too. But after a while, what had happened in the carriage was noticed. Yeah, that's right. First there was a kind of rapping noise.
Hold it!
Oh my. There were 2 gentlemen occupying the seats on the roof deck, I believe. That's right. They must have looked down through the skylight and noticed the cove with a knife in his guts. When they screamed, the driver pulled up the horses and McGilded got me out of sight. Out of sight? Where? Back under the seat where I started off. Once the carriage came to an halt, the 2 coves to the roof ran off to fetch the slops.
They immediately left to fetch the police. It would appear they were entirely unrelated to the incident.
So that left McGilded, the driver, and you still at the scene. Yeah, only the driver didn't know I was there because I was under the seat. I heard the cabin door open and a voice from outside. The driver, yes. He also testified in the trial, I believe. A fellow who went by the name of Beppo, if memory serves.
I was so afraid I had to say something there.
You're good. You were safe. What did McGilded and the driver say to each other? You might be safe, you might not. I don't know what happened and stuff like that, mainly.
Hold it!
I have a question.
Yes.
Is something weird going on?
What do you mean?
I don't know, say this line.
That pawn shop obviously being Windibanks on Baker Street. What's weird? Is it my mic?
No, I need a statement where Gina's talking.
Okay. Just a moment, Counsel. Do you mean to tell me that the driver gave false testimony in that trial as well?
Perhaps the excursion to the pawnbrokery slipped his mind when he was in the stand.
Indeed, Lord Van Zeeks. McGilden took off his coat and gave it to the driver.
Why can I see Eggert's back right now?
Oh!
What?
Excuse me?
What the heck is this?
What is going on here? Should I do something about this?
Like in a moral sense, yes.
I can pursue. Should I? Should I? Can I?
Is the button there?
Yeah.
Huh.
Should I?
You want to try?
Maybe?
There's no exclamation mark, but...
Do you think it'll be bad if I do?
I'm not sure. I mean, we can't let this stand. They're looking the wrong way.
Huh. I thought he was just like, I'm not paying attention to this child. Never thought to look over. Why are they
secret
conferring?
Conversation. Let's
Right?
eavesdrop.
I'm gonna pursue you.
Excuse me.
Is there something you'd like to share with the court? Inspector Gregson and Mr. Graydon? Inspector! Mr. Graydon!
What? Blimey, you trying to give me a heart attack?
You probably deserved it at that point. You have been whispering to each other for quite some time now. Tell us, what is the discussion about?
Discussion? This fella? Pull the other one, sunshine. You think I've got anything to talk about with a shady jet like this? And I have nothing to say to this uncouth detective after he deprived me of that disc that was rightfully mine.
But they've clearly been talking the entire time I've been cross-examining Gina. It's as if they've been negotiating. Van Zeeks, would you like to share with the class? You will kindly refrain from talking amongst yourselves while the witness is giving testimony.
Yes, sorry, my lord.
What were those two talking about? Miss Lestrade, continue with your testimony, please.
Okay, I did interrupt the regular pressing on
This
statement
one.
4, so let's go through that proper. So I will not repeat my lines, and we can just go to where we left off. Alright.
He folded it up all careful-like before handing it over. When I saw him do that, I remember thinking, that coat and what's in it's gotta be worth a few bob. Yes, Gina was sure the disc must be worth more than Mr. Windibank was suggesting, wasn't she? I remember her quibbling with him over the price that afternoon at the pawnbrokery. Driver looked pretty happy when McGilden flashed some brass in his face. He went off running at a lick. And the bog trotter called to me and told me to come out from the drag's cabin.
Hold it!
Threatened you how, exactly? Told me I'd only be able to scarp her if I did exactly what he said.
which included giving false testimony in court 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's it. And there was one other thing he said.
Which was?
He said your mom, Van Zieks. He told me I'd have to hang on to the ticket from the pawn shop and make sure not to lose it. The ticket? Well, I never. Said that if he didn't show up to get the ticket off me before 2 months passed, I had to go to the pawn shop and pay the money to keep it in lug, to stop it being forfeited. He left me with some brass to pay for it. But really, why on earth would Mr. McGilded have done such a thing? Depositing his overcoat with a pawnbroker before the arrival of the police, it makes no sense at all. There would seem to be only one logical explanation, my lord. What McGilded had the driver deposit at Windibanks was something he didn't want the police to see. Something very important that he needed to hide at all costs. Anyway, after that, he let me go, so I legged it before the coppers showed up. Okay. All right. Thank you, Miss Lestrade. Thank you, counsel. I have heard enough. I believe we now have a reasonable understanding of what actually transpired on the omnibus.
It would appear on the night 2 months ago, a negotiation was taking place on the omnibus. A negotiation concerning this disc. However, matters did not run smoothly. When the parties involved began to quarrel over price, McGilded took what he wanted by force, at the expense of the other man's life.
Which proves my point. The disc is clearly extremely valuable in some way. Although I don't understand why, as yet.
And 2 days ago, precisely 2 months after the omnibus incident, McGilded's coat and its contents were due to be forfeited.
I didn't know what I should do with the ticket. I mean, the cove died right after his trial. I knew that.
So you decided you would try to claim the articles as your own.
Well, why not, eh? They were only going to be forfeited. Why shouldn't I have got them? Anyway, you can't blame me for thinking about it. Thinking ain't no crime. Miss Lestrade, it would appear Mr. McGilded was prepared to kill in order to take possession of this disc. Do you know why that would be? I ain't got a clue. But I reckon it must be worth a fair bit of brass. He was probably gonna sell it. And you can't blame me for thinking that. Thinking ain't no crime.
My lord!
The bailiff.
The evidence your lordship requested has been located and is ready for the court's inspection, sir.
Let's go! Dun, 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 dun. The mysterious little box deposited by McGilded 2 months ago. There's no doubt in my mind that it's a key piece in this far-reaching puzzle. It's here. Is this a to be continued? Ah, it's a to be continued!
We're there!
Wowies! We made it to another section! Good job, everybody! Yes, let us save, indeed. Let us save. Well, heck! Oh, I dropped some frames. What is going on with my internet today?
How many frames?
135.
I mean, that's not a lot of frame.
That's not a lot of frame, but usually I drop 0, so.
Ooh.
What's a box? You know what it looks like it's a box for?
Boxes.
Dentures.
Ooh.
Isn't it fairly like mouth shaped, like teeth.
Yeah,
mouth
kinda.
teeth shaped. Yeah. What else would be in a semicircular, semi-oval box, elliptical?
One shoe.
Sleigh. It's a small box. It would have to be a very small shoe. A horseshoe for a very small horse.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Do we keep going? I guess it's.
I don't think we should keep going.
Yeah, I was like, that's probably a good place to. But we've seen the box. Back to title. We have don't saved. Yes, return to the title screen because we just saved. Whee! We did it. Ah. All right. That was pretty good. Yes. So. That's all the Ace Attorney I've got for today. We'll be back with more Ace Attorney next week, of course. Unless my voice dies again, which I know the CPAP adventures have been adventurous, so we'll see how that goes. I'm doing better though, guys. I am feeling better, so that's good. Announcements I forgot to make at the beginning of the stream. I'm taking subathon suggestions. Feel free to leave them in the Discord. And we are doing OnStars Discord watch parties every non-stream evening right now when I have time and am not closing at my other job on the weekend. But they have been putting OnStars concerts on YouTube for free to watch. So we watched one together. Everybody join me to watch them. I would love that. That would be fun. Yeah, good times had by all in the Discord. Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney, Ace Attorney. More Ace Attorney next week. We're getting somewhere in this trial. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. It's gonna be fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine, I promise. Maybe. Exception, what do you got going on? Anything exciting?
I don't. I've
taking a little breather.
there's a lot of stuff on the horizon that is going to interrupt me once more. I've kind of been like a perpetually stressed state for the past 2 months, and it will probably continue for another 2 months.
No.
Halfway through though, theoretically.
That's it's the silver lining. What are you
Yeah,
about it?
yeah. So I've been trying to figure out a balance between managing my stress and still doing things at all. I'm trying to explore maybe new stream possibilities. Like maybe I just don't talk. Maybe I don't have to be that ready to stream. And I'm trying to, like, in the time that isn't streaming, work on other projects. Like I'm working on the documentary again. I know it's been...
I'm so excited. I'm excited.
Ascella's agreed to help. Ascella's agreed to like help with the script a little bit.
Yeah.
So hopefully, as long as
Oh, no.
I survive the stress, it will go good.
Discord. Let exception talk. Let exception
Beep,
speak.
boop.
Discord.
Beep,
Boop.
boop. Am I speaking?
Yep, you're back.
Ascella's helping write things, or help me write things, or at least motivate me. A lot of motivation, honestly. And
that is because you have been motivating me. So get reciprocal stuff. Help.
oh no, equal
Assistance.
exchange of services.
Oh no. My entire month of November that I had planned out got absolutely trashed. So I am working on some exciting things coming up. So y'all stick around for that. You may be seeing more of Exception in my general vicinity. You never know.
Yeah, we got plans.
We got
ideas.
plans.
Factorio comes out in like a month.
I'm so excited about Factorio. I need to purchase it, but I'm excited about it. Yeah, so I will hopefully by, if not this coming week, the week after, I'll try to have some actual announcements for the things that are now happening in November instead of the things that were happening in November. We're trying. We're working on it, guys. Yeah. I will say I don't know when I will be streaming next. It will be next Wednesday at the latest. Unless, right? Unless.
I may have non-negative machinations to propose for next stream, but that's a conversation for us.
That's exciting. I like it when you have ideas. It's fun. I never know what I'm gonna get out of those ideas. I never know where they're going. Like, you guys, the exception mind is a terrible thing. Like, let's be real here.
What am I, an illness?
You know, you're just creative. You're very creative, and I appreciate that about you. But that is all the Ace Attorney we've got time for today, at least. Let's find somebody to raid, and then no, wait, I'm supposed to go to my end screen and then find somebody to raid. Hold on. Let's do that. Thank you guys. Please stick around for the raid. I should raid somebody, probably. And everybody have a better week. Everybody have a better rest of your week, okay? This was a good way to kick off the rest of the week, second half.
Yeah.
We made it halfway, guys. We made it halfway. So, it's all good. It's all good. All right. I am gonna go rest my voice and maybe eat a Kit Kat because I got. Oh, you guys, do you want to hear something exciting? I got.
About the Kit Kat?
About Kit Kats. Like the candy Kit Kats.
Yeah.
Yeah. So number one, the marshmallow Kit Kats are back. The green marshmallow ones are back for Halloween. But this year they have another one that I haven't seen before. And it is a cinnamon toast Kit Kat. So it tastes like cinnamon toast, right? Like if you made cinnamon toast. It's pretty dang good, actually. So I'm gonna go have me a Kit Kat after the stream is over. But that's all I got. Stay tuned to the Discord and to Twitter for announcements, little announcements, big announcements. God knows. I don't know anymore. I was trying so hard to have an announcement week and it got screwed over. So life happens in many forms and we shall persevere, guys. But also, like, September is just the most cursed month of my life and continues to be forever. So I think it's funny at this point. I think it's funny. But we'll make the best of it and we'll see you guys next week. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. I'll raid somebody in just a moment. Bye-bye.
Farewell.